virtual events, virtual photography, and yeah, so many ideas I have here, in my list. So we're gonna be talking about it. So the whole idea, the whole point is to open up our mind to what is possible. Um, so so are we waiting for people to come in now? Oh, Mr. Anthony Isaac. You're welcome.
Welcome, Mr. Anthony. Should we give some more time, or what do you think, Jide? Should we start? What do you think? Should we start?
No, I think we should just. I'm sure a lot of people are trying to connect. Let's just talk random. I mean, let's pause 5 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Let's just talk random and wait for people to come in.
Okay.
I think some more people are coming in and joining.
Okay, that's fine. No problem. So let's do some sort of introduction. My name is Imelda.
Okay.
Yeah.
Imelda, welcome.
And then we have Jide here, I guess. And good to have everyone. So can you introduce yourself? Are you a photographer, or you're looking to go into photography, or for those who can introduce themselves so we know? Godwin.
All right. My name is Godwin.
No way.
I'm from Abuja. I'm a photographer. Basically, I do event photography, do food photography, and also children photography. So basically, yeah. And right now, I'm exploring my phone since I'm locked down. So I've been taking pictures like just with my phone, strolling around, moving around, taking pictures, and it's wonderful. Although the lockdown ain't funny anyway.
Okay, nice to meet you.
Yeah, good to
Hi.
meet you.
Hi, Karen.
Hi.
Hi. We can hear you.
Hello,
I don't even know what to say.
Introduce yourself.
I'm just here for the meeting.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. My name is Karen. I'm an aspiring event planner.
Wow, great.
So basically, I just got started. I'm interning with somebody with a planner.
Oh.
So I'm just like learning the basics. I'm just trying to figure out how the event industry works. And by God's grace, we'll make it.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's why I'm here. I'm actually like try to broaden my mind, try to learn from other planners, and basically that's what I've been doing this period. So at least they'll be offering free classes. So I try to catch up with the free classes they all or the few things that they share and all that. So basically that's what I've been.
Oh, okay. Okay, nice.
Oh,
nice to
nice.
meet you, Karen. Nice to meet you. We have Temitope here.
All right.
Temitope. Hi. Hi, Tope.
Hello, Temitope.
Hi. Hello.
Nigerian network, you won't blame us.
I figure it out. Okay, we have Crystal Photography. Welcome, Crystal.
Maybe he's using Glow.
Glow is really bad, right? Okay. Hi, Crystal Photography. Hi, Anthony. Guys, if you can hear me, hello, everyone. And we're happy to have you here, Jide and I. Okay, so I think we can start now. Jide, what do you think?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, great. So I'm sure everybody knows Jide now. Jide of Jide Odukoya Photography, yeah. And So, so interestingly, Jide was supposed to, we're supposed to have a bumpy, I don't know what word to use now, an all-time wedding.
A wedding.
A wedding, yeah, April 5th. And we did the pre-wedding shoot on, that was the 28th, right? Weekend before 28th, I think that was 21st of March. Yeah, we did the pre-wedding shoot 21st of March. And then we're still joking. I say, oh, so we're going to do West. Jide was even telling us that, okay, he's going to come to the church, you know, even if it's just two and a few persons, and he'll come to church. So I'm going to have to mute everyone, please, so that we can hear ourselves. Sorry. Okay, so Jide was like, okay, I'm going to come to the church, you know, at no extra cost. Then whenever you guys want to throw the party, I would still come again because I was planning the wedding. And then all of a sudden, everything just went from 1 to 10 in like 3 days.
Nobody wants die now.
No, nobody could imagine that it would skyrocket so fast like that. And then we're like, no, we can't do anything again. And that was it for us. So, and then we were sitting, we're like, wow, even the couples, can they do a virtual wedding? So we talked about e-weddings last weekend, last week Saturday, yeah. We talked about the possibility of e-weddings. And then we had a pastor and a marriage counselor who is even a married lawyer as well. And then he was like, yes, that couples can have e-weddings in times like this. It's already happening outside the country. It should happen in Nigeria as well. And so I said, okay, let's talk about the aspects of the wedding. There has to be photography. You know, how can we now incorporate photography? Assuming a couple says, okay, we want to have a new wedding now. Can you plan it for us? I'd like to know how I can incorporate photography, you know, into the wedding. And this is not only for weddings, this is also for conferences, for everything that is called an event. Because what I used to basically do before delving into weddings is conferences, right? I do a lot of conferences. And photography is also very important because sometimes during the conference, you can't even remember anything until after. Most times when we are compiling post-event reports, I use the pictures to compile. So imagine if there were no pictures and then we're saying, okay, we want to do a virtual conference now. How do we incorporate pictures? Our conference was supposed to come up in August. How do I incorporate pictures into that conference? Because there has to be pictures, you know? So that's what I want to learn. I'm also going to be sitting down on the learning side here and allow Jide teach us, you know, what he thinks about incorporating photography into virtual events. Yeah, so Jide, over to you.
Okay. You're welcome, Da Silva. Thank you for creating this community. You know, it was like play, like joke, you know. But I'm happy we can all say something together and think about the future of our industry. It is right before us now. Everyone can see it now. We can feel it. Even though if we are not feeling it now, like in the nearest future, we're all going to feel it. And that brings me. So let me create some kind of a background knowledge of what the industry is about and why we need to do something about it. So basically, this is where we eat, this is where we feed. Like if I can see Isaac there, is a printer. If we don't shoot pictures, no one will be able to print. Like I'm sure for the whole of April, it may not be working because photographers basically are not working, and there's a restriction to movement. And a lot of us will understand that where we work basically is when a lot of people come together. But now, for this virus to stop, a lot of people need to stop coming together for we to be able to end the virus, so to say, until there's a vaccine and antivirus that can kill it. So that brings us to the need of, we in the industry trying to restructure it enough to be able to work for us, even though we're not going to meet together. And this is already happening, in other parts of the world, in other parts of the country. So it's also a way to say, guys, let's come together and let's forge ahead. Let's throw this thing to the populace, to the whole of Nigeria. Let's tell them this is possible. Even though we are not going to be there physically doing things, we can do things in virtual mode, and we can still get to work, you know. And a lot of you would also realize that it's going to be a very fun way to you know, it's going to be a fun thing to do, you know. Before, we are all used to being in a very crowded space, you know, our friends, our family are everywhere, and then we walk down the aisle in a very, you know, big way, you know, with the lights going up, smoke here and there, fog and all those things. Yeah, but now we can do all these things in the comfort of our parlor, and you know, wear the kind of dresses we want to wear. So those are the things we're going to be exploring. So let's give a background overview of what the industry is all about. So I did a calculation, and this is a very, very rough calculation. It's very, very rough. So I said we do, on the average, we do 20 weddings in Lagos. So now I'm trying to calculate the economy of the event industry. How much is it worth in a year? So let's say we do 20 weddings in Lagos a year, and let's say an average wedding is 10 million, which a lot of you would understand with me that it is right. I mean, I'm not sure you can do anything that is less than that now. And even if there is, it will be, you know, very few. The kind of weddings I do, I'm sure their budget is over 40 million sometimes, over 20 million sometimes. But let's keep it on the average as 10 million. And then let's say we do 20 weddings in Lagos in a day, in a weekend. There are 52 weekends in a month. So for other parts of Nigeria, let's say we do 60 weddings in other parts of Nigeria altogether. Altogether, we have 80 weddings in a day in Nigeria. Now, it's 80 times 56 weeks. Let's say for every part of every day of every weekend, there's a wedding. You know, one day in a weekend, there's a wedding. If you do that calculation at 10 million, you will discover that the economy, the transaction that goes around the wedding industry in a year is over 5 billion naira, in physical cash, and that is the money that goes around. And I'm sure it's more than that. I've not considered the fact that Nigeria is the giant of Africa. I've not considered other events that are out of weddings. A lot of top companies are in Nigeria and they operate all over Africa. So they have events that they do all the time. I've not considered all of that spending. So it's really a very huge industry, and we can't allow it just go like that. The way things are going, honestly, I'm not praying that it will be so. I'm praying there will be a solution very soon. It's gonna take us a long time. The minimum is 3 months. 3 months from now. April is already out of it. May is already out of it. June is going to be out of it.
Okay, the video is closed.
So for things to actually clear out, for the virus to actually clear out properly, except there's a vaccine tomorrow. But again, there's this other side, and that's why I said we are in the industry and we have to create this. We have to foster the first part of this whole virtualness, event virtualness. We have to carry it on our head. We have to talk about it. We have to say it everywhere, so that people that want to do this things can find it fancy enough. So that our clients can find it fancy enough to want to say, okay, let me engage these guys. Let's even try this thing and see how it's going to look. Trust me, it's going to be fun. A lot of people are already getting comfortable doing live videos, talking online. A lot of people are also finding it very interesting, coming online, participating, being part of something. Before now, I'm a very shy person. I don't like going online to talk or say anything. So I've never gone online before until last week. It's not my thing. But I'm finding it it's so, interesting and nice, and I'm finding it very, very interesting, that's something that I like to do. I also just go on some people's wall and just, listen to them and, while away the time, because basically we're not doing anything. Yeah. But so let's get into it. Let's dive into it. In the US, the wedding industry is worth $3 billion in a year. That's a transaction that goes around. So it's a very huge industry. it's a very huge industry. And this is if we say that, so from the statistics that I read, if we say that a wedding in the average wedding in the US is about $30,000. So in a year, it recorded that it's over $3 billion. So it's a very huge industry, and that's why we have to do something about it. Peter Drucker said that the best way to predict the future is to create it now. So I mean, if you don't want to predict it, the future is right in front of us. There's a need for it now. There's a need for everything that we do now. There's a need for people to go online. There's a need for people to keep talking. There's a need for me to keep talking to keep my business. There's a need for Davido to keep doing live videos to keep his business, because before you know it, everyone will forget it. Everyone will forget it. And this pandemic is very, very delicate. It's very, very delicate. I know Nigerians, before we adjust to say, yeah, let me even do the event. Let me even do one event. It's going to take a while. So let's dive right into it. In America, so there's been a lot of debate around angel investors putting money in the wedding industry to create technology that would allow people, clients, and all of those people around the wedding industry to do more and get more. But from statistics, it's been a problem. It's been a heck of a problem. Because a lot of organizations have run out of business because of this. One that I can remember is the North event. There were a lot of money that was, put into it when they were starting up. Someone invested a lot of money, and I mean, everything went into loss because it is very difficult for technology to break into the system in the wedding industry. A lot of people have done that. So in Silicon Valley now, a lot of people don't want to invest in anything around weddings. The states, and it's an industry that has refused to grow in terms of technology. So technology really does not affect it. But the truth is, me and you know that technology that we have today is making everybody, it's changing the way we live, it's changing our life, it's changing what we do, it's changing the way we react to things, the way we do stuff. Technology is changing it. Like, you understand with me as a photographer, if anything happens, say in Ojota now, the way the news agencies are going to broadcast it is pictures on people's phones. So photographers are not the ones doing the work again. The people doing the work are basically passerby that are equipped with a smartphone, and they have a camera on that smartphone. So a lot of people are also getting used to seeing picture from a phone. It's becoming very popular. In short, I read that Vogue magazine had someone do an iPhone picture, and they posted it now. They released that Vogue magazine now of a picture taken by an iPhone, because the model could not travel to London, they could not do this, they could not do that, and they couldn't get the photographer and the model and the stylist and everyone together. So they just did a call, and then they told the model what to do, and she posed, she wore the clothes, and they did the shoot, and it's not in Vogue. This has never happened before. In short, what goes on Vogue is it has to be the best quality of anything ever. So things are really changing, and I want us to talk ourselves into it. Someone said when Google started in some years back, we say we want to do some search on Google, and people go on Google to search. But again, we never knew that Google was also searching us as we are trying to search Google. Google was also searching us, and this is what's going to happen. The future is already being created by everything that's around us. It's just best for us to dive into it. So, what are the pros and cons of a virtual event? And let's think about it. Technology has changed everything. Let's look at some pros that I have here. So, if you're going to do a virtual event, you can have unlimited number of guests. I know some people are a fan of that. Some people have been waiting to have a wedding that over 10,000 people will participate. And that's why these things go viral. When you do a wedding and then there's a short clip of it, and then people post it and you have 13,000 views, you have 40,000 views on Bella Nigeria. Sometimes you have 100, in short, you have 150,000 views sometimes because a lot of people are interested in being part of the big day. Some things will naturally go viral because probably it's a person someone has been looking up to, is a celebrity or something. So things have the opportunity of going viral. And if you start doing virtual events now, there are more people that will participate in it. Forget about the technology. The technology has already done itself. Zoom is the technology that can be used for that. It's unlimited. It's unlimited. It is the power of your network. Another thing I have discovered is it can be cheaper. So these are things that I'll try to outline to you now. It can be about say 5 million naira in Nigeria. Honestly, if you're going to do something online now, you don't have to spend up to that. And that's the funniest thing. All you need to do is just to get, your suit, your white gown, and both of you in the same place. Maybe you can rent a very good hotel room. All that is not up to 1 million naira. Just you want to go out of place. You want to do the best of the best of the best of the best. You cannot spend up to 5 million naira. Because a lot of physical things that we do normally before are out of place, out of it rather. There's no event or you want to pay for money for event or you won't have to pay for food. You're just going to pick a menu and people are going to do their dishes in your house. You don't have to pay for software. What you have to pay for software maybe $30, to get unlimited people to come around. You don't have to do cocktails. You don't have to collect DJ. There are a lot of DJs online now, or virtual DJs, like applications that will just tell the application the kind of song you want to play and it will play. So things are really changing. Even if you're going to get a DJ, okay, you're going to get a physical DJ that's going to be part of the guest, that will be part of the whole crew of the Zoom of all the guests. I mean, how much does it cost to get a DJ? You will not spend up to 5 million naira. So virtual weddings can be really, really cheaper. And these are the things that I'm going to push my clients. You want to do this? Do you mind doing this? Do you mind doing that? So it can be really fun. It can be really fun.
Okay,
yeah, because
sorry, I have
you want to say something?
Yeah, I have a question now before we delve.
Okay.
Yeah, before we delve deeper. Some persons have joined in. Welcome everybody who has joined in. So basically, as the topic says, I'm just talking to the newcomers, people who just joined in now. The topic is keeping memories of events through virtual photography, and Jide has really talked a lot about having a virtual event now. He has really, really explained so much about that. But again, there's a question that I have. And I'm sure that a lot of event planners will have this question, right? So if we want to say, let's do a virtual event, right? Now I'm speaking for, at least I sort of like understand two industries very well, which is one, wedding and then conferences and corporate events. Corporate, yeah. So for this set of people or this category of people, if they are going to be having a virtual events for the event planner, would they still need the role of the event planner? Because that's the problem that I have had while I was conversing with some event planners, right? I'll try and mention some sort of feedbacks I got from certain people when I was talking about this virtual photography with them. They were like, Imelda, you are saying virtual events. So we now event planner, they're not going to need that. They won't need our services anymore now. They won't need our services. They'll just talk to Jide directly, for instance, or they will talk to whoever directly. Do you understand? So I was trying to explain to them that I don't think so. It's not true. Because first of all, that means you don't really understand what the job of the events planner is. Because if you did, you realize that it is not just a physical job. It's a job that's, how will I explain it now? It's a job that is needed to organize anything, whether you want to do it virtually or you want to do it in the physical. Now, virtually, right? I feel that for the event planner, you would still definitely, the people who are having their weddings, for instance, would need your services to put everything together. So, Jide, can you explain better you know, for to
Okay.
event planners who are listening?
So you basically the way it's done, and the way it's be done, um, is not going to phase out anybody in the industry, and that's the truth.
Okay.
It is not this whole moving to virtual world is not going to phase out anybody. It is only going to make people involved in whatever they do. It's going to make people involved in whatever they do. Now you are used to calling photographers, calling this, calling that, and trying to manage them for the event to go proper. But again, now you may not need to. You may not need to, be calling photographers or planning stuff like that. You may need to be there with the client to ensure that the network of the Zoom you are using is okay, to be sure that it's not the right time when the DJ is going to start.
Yeah.
You are there to moderate the guest. Do you understand? In some cases, we may even need to deliver around food or cook, or maybe a specific kind of dish that you plan for the wedding. You may need to be coordinating people that are taking that to different places ahead of time.
Yes.
You understand? It's going to change the way and nature that we do things, and that's the honest truth. Before now, you get someone to cook, and everybody, you get servers that will bring it into the event hall and cook it. It may not be so now. It may not be so. It may now be that everybody, as you are watching the Zoom wedding, we are also trying to create the food that we are going to eat. Or maybe there will be a session where for the next 1 hour we are all going to be mixing drinks together, based on what the drinks person have sent to us. Maybe in dry form, like it might be something like this, and it contains maybe Coke, it contains some flavor of cocktail and everything. Before time, we will have dispatched it to everybody. But now, at that particular hour during the event, everybody is trying to mix it and do it together. So things would, I think things naturally would evolve itself. But again, we need to know that it will evolve itself in that way. We need to practically sit down and see how we can make it work. There's something I read about someone in Atlanta, a photographer in Atlanta, and it's not even the photographer's idea; it was someone's idea. So what they do is I think the person discovered that he was running short on food, and that's the truth. Every one of us is going to feel it. I have money now. I may have money next week, next month, upper month. But again, can we do this for a year? Have we saved enough for that? So what the person did was he employed a photographer and they go door to door. So I think they popularize it online and people pay for the shoot. So they do a photo session, not even a photo session, it's just a portrait, a very simple portrait in front of everybody's pouch. So if you are paid for that event, if you are paid to have the photographer come to your house to take that picture, you just sit down in front of your pouch. There's no body contact, there's no anything. The photographer takes the picture, you go online, you edit it, send it to them, and then they paid you already. So what the person said was he was going to use the money to at least feed himself, feed the photographer, and donate some of it to other people that are needed, other people that don't have money. Things are going to definitely take its shape and evolve itself. But then we need to think ourselves into it and know that, okay, I need to re-strategize. Most of the things I've been reading is how can I explore this world of photography in such a way that I'm relevant in the nearest future, which is here. The future is here already, suddenly, So I hope that clarifies what I'm trying to say. So it's not going to face out anybody in the industry. If you are a light person, now you now, instead of doing light at event halls, you may need to be doing light in people's houses to change the mood, maybe from one room to the other. One room is like where they will do the joining. The other one is where they are going to dance. People are beginning to turn their parlors into party places. So this thing is very, very, very possible. It is very, very, very possible.
I saw an event that happened, wedding that happened in Jos. Sorry to cut you, Jide. I saw a wedding that happened in Jos last week. It was during the week. They did a wedding in Jos in the living room. Yeah, it was on media. It was in the media. And then they asked the couple why they didn't want to postpone the wedding. And they said no, that they didn't want to postpone their wedding. They wanted the wedding to hold. So they did it in the living room with their family members. It was just a very small gathering, you know, and there was lights and the girl dressed the way she wanted to dress. Everything happened the way, although that's not really social distancing. That's not really tech. I don't really see a lot of tech happening in there, right? It would have been tech if the photographer didn't come into the venue itself. So which sort of like adds the virtual to the thing. So Jide, I need you to explain so people are not confusing it. So people don't feel that, oh, photographer will still come in. Because what we're discussing now is photography without the photographer being there with you. You know, that's what we're discussing. That's the technology involved in virtual photography.
Is just to hold it in my hand, and it captures everything I'm doing. And there's been a couple of weddings in the past few months around this COVID-19 that has been done, that has been recorded with it. So all you need to do may just be that, okay, guys, this is my camera. I'm going to place it in this place. Or you yourself place it in this place. You have an unlimited memory card on it. You have a place that you've plugged it so that it will not go off. So anything that goes around that place, you are capturing a 360 moment of it. As I said, it will be a problem of quality now. It's not about quality. It's about getting it done. And a lot of people are already used to phone pictures. So it's not even a problem.
Okay.
A lot of photographers will understand with me that a lot of people now already, a lot of clients now don't think much of the quality of your work. They rather think of, okay, how fast are you delivering? How fast are you getting this moment? How spontaneous can you be while you work? You know. So I mean, there are the ways, and I'm still going to get there. There are ways, a lot of things that we can do. You know, it might just need to invest in so many cameras. You know, it may not be DSLR or mirrorless cameras. That will be for photo shoot or major stuff. But for events, for things to work, you really do not have to be there. And the truth is, this is instant. It's a world of instant. I was on a live session with one of my friends, and one of the things we said was agility will become the new world. Agility will rule the world. How fast can you get this thing done? You know, how fast can you get this thing done? There was something I read about Will Smith. Will Smith was in quarantine for 14 days, and he did a video. All the Zoom call he did, all the live videos he did, all the chats he had on his phone with his friends. He documented everything, and now he has premiered a movie with it. He's doing a series with that now. So he called some of his celebrity friends on his phone while he was in quarantine in his garage in his house. And he ensured he documented everything. He saved all the videos. And those videos are instant, they are instant products now. Do you understand? You don't need a videographer to do that. Maybe the work of a videographer or a photographer will now become editors now. Do you understand? Because computers are not still that brilliant enough to edit edit a photo or a video. You know. So my wife was telling me this morning, we've been trying to do. So she has a program that she does. It's called Blooming Moms, and we've been trying for years for days to get our videographer to come and do that video with us, and it's not been possible. But I just told her this morning, I said, Mario, what do you think of it? So this thing that we want to do, see, you don't need a photographer or an editor or anything again. Do you understand? You don't need any of those people again. All you need to do is just to do a live video with someone. You can interview them, and instantly at the end of that video, it's already a product that you can use for anything. Now, you might need to now get a videographer to help you mix it up. So you can post it instantly or put it on your YouTube. You know, anything that we do from here now, after now, is already a full product.
Yes.
So now the difference is now how we are being creative in how we want to show people. Are we going to color grade it? It's black and white that is all over the screen now. Are we going to turn it into a color of the color we pick for our wedding? Do you understand? So the creativity will come, but we need to get data. We need to use data first to be able to explore the real future of it. Do you understand?
Yes.
If we keep shying away from the virtual world, we will not find a place to put ourselves. Cocktail people are already doing mobile cocktail now. They are already doing mobile. So they mix up the cocktail and they sell it as a Coke in a pack. So I mean, for them, they are already settled.
Yes.
But I strongly believe that we can do our photographers as well. So let me quickly explore. You want to say something?
No. I'm agreeing with you. I'm agreeing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me just quickly run through the pros of having a wedding, having a virtual wedding. So I said it can be really, really fun because a lot of people are used to doing weddings, where you have a lot of people. But now you can do it in the comfort of your house. Do you understand? You can actually have sex now.
Yeah.
And then in the next 5-10 minutes, you are doing your wedding. Do you understand? Or you are doing a party.
Yeah.
Or you can even do a party in 1 hour and immediately you're already on your bed with your wife, sleeping for the next day. Do you understand? So it's a new level of fun activity to do. And that's why we have to publicize it. It can be very, very short. A lot of people are bothered about how long weddings can be. Now it can be as short as 2 hours if you're going to do it online. It can be as short as 1 hour. And people will say have that level of activity, level of fun, as though they are going to a physical one.
Yeah.
It will bring a lot of different kind of expertise and innovation from the vendor side. Like a lot of vendors will have to innovate and re-innovate themselves to be able to be partakers of this. I can't see any problems with photographer or a videographer or a planner. I can't see any problems with that. I can't even see any problem with a printer. I can't see any problem. I'm trying to remember the people that are in the wedding industry. Decorators. Decorators can find their place. Decorators can find their place. They can decorate their house.
Yeah. They can decorate their house. The couple's house. Okay.
They can decorate the couple's house, and whatever space they want to do the wedding in, they can decorate it to fit into whatever they want to do. So it has the potential of reaching a lot more guests and participation. So if you are dreaming of doing a wedding to have 5 million people, you can actually do that now. This is the age that can be done because it is online and it's unlimited. As many people can tune into it and enjoy, to the fullest what you are also enjoying. Wedding tourism can be more affordable and popular. So now you want to do a wedding in Bahamas, or you want to do a wedding in Togo, or in a faraway place. Now you can now do it. All you need to do, the risk factor is very low. All you need to do is get into a plane and get to your location. Plug in your camera, plug into whatever, get local planners or local decorators, come and decorate your space, plug into everything, and then, start your wedding. Your pastor can even be online with you. So tourism will be it will be very popular at the end of this COVID-19. Because a lot of people want to elope into different places to do their wedding. E-commerce wedding platform will now be useful. So photographers, if you want to do e-commerce platforms, so e-commerce platforms are places where you can give gifts. You can even give naira, you can give money, you can give whatever you want to give the couple. Instead of coming to their wedding to spray money, you can go on those platforms and donate to them.
Money.
And so, I mean, the way we normally do it, we don't usually do a lot of that in Nigeria, but people in the US do that a lot, where they create what they want for their house. So we are just moving into a new house, you need a freezer, you need a washing machine, you need a cooker, you need you need shelf in your office, you need a little camera, you need, or maybe you're doing baby shower or something. People do already do that now, where they put all they need in a website, and people they share those links with their guests. But now it's going to be really, really popular because people can't be there physically to give them those gifts.
Mm-hmm.
So people would prefer to just go, okay, so I want to give this person $50. Just go online, put in my card, and then pull out $50 for the client, and that will be it. Some people want to give 100 million naira. The platform is already there for them to do, you know. So it's much more easier. So that's going to become very popular. And then the amazing thing about it is this has the potential of of getting brands to sponsor you. You are a very popular person. You don't have to spend one single naira on your wedding. All you need to guarantee the brand is that, see, guys, my wedding, I can assure you that 2 million people are going to view it. And it's going to be. So now they need to now start doing that kind of weddings that brands can sponsor. Very popular. Yeah, will become very popular, and that's the future.
Yeah,
that's the future. So you can even make money from doing your wedding. You know, you can even make money from doing wedding. So another point is potential to make your wedding an instant film. You can make your wedding an instant film from all the, so you know the way Zoom works on the computer now. I can set it in such a way that anybody that is talking will pop up. Do you understand? The video of anybody that is talking now will just pop up. I can do it in a gallery view. I can do it in another view where if anybody talks amongst us, and the person is just going to pop up on the screen, and we are all going to see. You know, so it is very, very. It can be very, very interesting, especially when it is time for us to all do something funny. You know, so it can be really, 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 really very nice. You know, so those are the pros of having a virtual wedding. That's it. I don't know if you want to say anything.
Yeah.
Or you want me to talk?
No, I'm listening to you, but really, I agree.
Okay, so let me share the cons of it.
Yeah, share the cons.
It was, so I have here. I said it will phase out. There are some things going to phase out, or better still, it's going to make people reinvent the way they work. The way photographers work is going to make them reinvent the way they work. Do you understand?
Yeah.
The kind of albums that we do, we have to reinvent the way we do it. The kind of videos that we do as a videographer, we have to reinvent the way we do it. The kind of ways that we plan as a planner is going to change.
Yeah.
It's definitely going to change. Yeah, and then let me give this overview, this broad overview, and why I'm saying all of these things is because we are going to be home for the next 3 months. If we are not careful, we are going to be home for the next 1 year. So people are already used to, and people are now extremely paranoid, and people are already used to seeing things online. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So this will become the new world order. You know, the less you can move around, the better. You know, so I mean, these things are going to become really popular. You know, so another thing is it's going to eliminate. So the cons of it now is going to eliminate the presence of a physical guest. So people will miss that hugging and shaking that they normally do before now. People are going to miss that a lot. You won't be able to hug anybody physically. You can do kiss. There was one video that I watched that they kissed. They did the wedding on Zoom, and then they kissed. You know, anybody that say hi, and then people were blowing them kiss. At the point where they wanted to clap, everybody was clapping, and you could hear the sound of the clap. So it was really fun. At the same time, you know, it was really fun.
Yeah.
Someone did a live event. I think it was, I can't remember the name. I think it was Wow Event or Wow Connect or something. Wow Event. I think they did a wedding online. So they did an event online where they did a party and they chose the outfit people are supposed to wear and the color. They picked that beforehand, and then they also had a menu or something, and people can eat the same food. Then they got a DJ and everybody was just dancing, it was just dancing, listening to the same music, and it was really fun. It's something to now participate and and be part of. So, okay, so I think those two cons that I was able to find. So if you look at it very well, there are more pros than the cons.
Yeah, so cons, yeah.
There are more things you can get from it. There are even more things you can get from it than a physical wedding. Do you understand? There are more things, there are much more money you can make from it than a physical wedding. And that's the truth. And that's the truth. When internet was coming into the world in the early 90s, a lot of people were very skeptical that it's not going to work well. People are saying that it's going to take out that before now there was a thing of you staying at home, reading to your kids, reading with your kids. Everything was more physical. You want to do a meeting, you go and do a meeting with someone. But when the internet came, it became there's something called social media. So you discover that even though you can be social with your family or social with people around you physically, you can now be much more even social online and reach more people. And that's what this is gonna cost. That is what the virtual world is gonna cost. You can create different avenues for that. I strongly believe that we need to talk about it. We photographers, people in the industry, we need to talk about this for our clients to be comfortable enough to be a part of it. So you want to say something?
Yeah.
We can ask questions.
Yes.
The comment line is open. We can ask questions. Good.
Thank you Jide, for all of this. I'm sure that a lot of people have gotten a lot of value from it. I'm very interested in the fact that they can make money from it. It's very interesting that you can get people. Yeah, you can get people,
make money.
Yes, you can get people to sponsor your wedding. Like, you don't need to spend a dime. Yeah. Because you know that, like I said,
that's why you can tell them this live video we are doing is sponsored by.
Yes, it's sponsored by some people. The one we did on Saturday was sponsored by some people. And this is just a group of people, let alone a wedding. Because a lot of people want to watch in and see, this one, the wedding is going to be streamed live. It's going to be streamed on so many platforms. So companies that are into home items, that manufacture electronics, that do interior decor, that do furniture, just think of the brands who can sponsor your wedding. So you realize that you can get a lot of free items for people who come for your guests. And interestingly, right, in terms of menu, I feel that you can still work with your number of initial guests. So what I mean by initial guests is, like, if you were planning a wedding for 300 people or 400 people, you already know their names, because I'm sure you have a guest list already. You can send out food to these people, and this food will be cheaper, right? Because you're going to be buying the food will be nicely packed. For those ones who are in your area, for instance, wedding is in Lagos. Those ones who are in Lagos, you can send out food to these people, and it will be cheaper, because the food lady is not spending so much money she's not doing anything. She's not coming to the venue. There's no transport, nothing. The only thing is she's cooking for you. So you just buy a pack of platters, maybe 500, 600, just put a figure to it and send it out to your guests, right? So that's sort of, my guests are eating my food, is still there. For those people who are saying, there has to be jollof rice in the wedding, there can still be jollof rice in a virtual wedding. And in the process of giving jollof rice, you are still going to make money from virtual wedding. I particularly am willing to help people source for sponsors. And I know that Jide too, right? But seriously, on a serious note now, people
honestly
sponsor your wedding.
See, the kind of money people pay for sponsorship now would now even be more, because they are getting instant is instant advertisement for them.
Yeah.
You know, so if before now, some of us have been reaching 1 million people, with this in the event industry, with even less money, they will reach over 10 million people.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yes.
They will reach over 10 million people. So, I mean, I'm so excited about it. You know, I mean, I've been thinking, I mean, what are we going to do? What's going to happen next? You know, but honestly, now is the time. In the US already, there are over 20 weddings that have been recorded that were done online. People already chose their date in March, and they didn't want to cancel it. So they just want to move in and have fun with each other. I mean, everyone's going to be at home. So they just did it in their parlor, put a camera, and then the camera just shot away whatever that is happening. And then within 31 hours, they are done. You know, within 31 hours, they are done. So, I mean, the future is really brilliant, and it's really interesting. It's really brilliant, and it's really, really interesting.
I like
ability to be, sorry, I just want to say something.
Okay.
Ability to be flexible with what you do is one of the things that would catapult anyone in this season. Ability to be flexible with what you do. Me, I'm a wedding photographer, but honestly, my future, I don't know. I've been shooting every day, portraits every day, learning how to edit portrait pictures every day. I've been shooting myself, shooting my mom, my family, because I mean it's easier to even get into that field of portraiture because I mean I can do a photo shoot now. I can do a photo shoot for someone in their house now because it's just me, maybe my assistant, or maybe it's just me and my iPhone do the portrait. You understand? So the flexibility that we have now is what will matter on in the next 1 year. And then the agility that we put into what we do is what will catapult us to get to the next level. So it's not about the camera you are using now. It's not whether it's DSLR or a mirrorless or I mean, you won't believe I was checking online yesterday. This is my Keystone Bank ATM. There's a camera that was token.
Okay.
There's a camera that was this tiny. And guess what? It has a back where you can click it on anything. And you can even change the color of the body. So if you're wearing a white clothes, you can just pin it on your shirt like this. And it captures everything. I've seen a memory card that is 1 terabyte before. I've seen a memory card that is 2 terabytes. Memory card, tiny memory card that can enter here. And it will record everything you are doing. Your wife is going to have one. Your other partner is going to have one. Then you can both capture yourself. And it shoots 4K. This camera shoots 4K. There are cameras that you can put anywhere. So I mean the world has changed. When these technologies were coming into the world, I mean nobody ever thought it's going to be like this. But everybody has been speculating this future since way back. The first 360 wedding that was done in Asia was in 2014. Yeah, 2014. The first wedding that was done that was a 360 wedding was in 2014. So what they did was they attached the camera on the back of the groom, and the thing was just there. As it moves around, it captures whatever that is capturing, and then they have a video of themselves. That instantly eliminates the videographer. But again, now we can start thinking of how we can do things to be part of this industry that is fast growing and fast changing. And that's just my whole point. You know, that's just my whole point. There are already technologies that can do whatever you want to do. There's a camera that is as small as the button. The button of your clothes, there's a camera that is as small as that. And it's connected to the internet. It doesn't have a screen, it's just for you to on it, connect it to a software, and it automatically connects to the internet. Anything you are doing, someone is looking at it instantly. Do you understand? And we should not be panicked that, this our industry is going to phase out. Although we are had it, but again, I think the work is to innovate and to, to rethink the way we make money and how we want to go forward in the near future.
Yeah.
So the last meeting I had, there was this person that I brought in. He spoke to us about some industries that will really boom. Technology industry will boom. ICT industry will boom. Distribution and logistics will boom. Healthcare companies will boom. Insurance providers will boom because everything that you do now, you have to insure it. Insure it in cases because of this pandemic. Medical research will boom. Tourism and hospitality will boom. What a lot of people want to do now is because for the next 1 year, I'm not sure anybody want to travel. But after now, a lot of people want to go to China. I want to go to south of France. I just want to go to France. Let me just go and sit down because I've been in my house for so long. You understand? So hospitality industry will boom. So sometimes I will just go, let's go to hotel. Let's go and just stay at one hotel. And that's our industry. It will boom. And then there will also be a lot of institutions a lot of government institutions where the government will say, let me make the the private sector, have an equity in this business for it to run well. A lot of organizations, what can I think of now? The cleaning industry, people that clean the streets and all of those things. A lot of, not like NEPA, the way NEPA has been, the way NEPA, NEPA that we know now is owned by government. But then, a lot of people are bought into that equity, and they are the ones that run it. So government would also have a lot of businesses like that they want private firms to run so that it can be smooth and consistent. So a lot of things is in the future, and we just need to restructure our mindset and the way we do stuff. So that's why I want to say something.
Yeah, I've just been nodding to everything you've been saying.
I think we can start taking questions.
Oh, okay, we can start taking questions. Okay, just before we take questions, there are two things I want to say. First, I want to announce our sponsors. Now we're talking about events being sponsored online.
Oh yes, sponsors. Let me see if I can win something too.
You're not a couple to
if I win 20K now.
You're not a couple
if
to
I win 20K now. It's not a small money.
It's not.
You never can tell now. The sponsor can come and say, I think this person has been talking a lot. Let's give him something. Yes,
ma'am. So we have the mobile spa Lagos. They are a mobile spa. That's what they do. It's called the mobile spa Lagos, right? They come to your house.
Okay.
Yeah, they come to wherever you want, and then they give you a spa treatment. Obviously, nobody can get a spa treatment now, right? Until after the lockdown and all of that. But they're just saying that when this whole thing is over, and then they are saying we can go out, they'll be giving a couple a spa session. Then we also have House of.
Do you have any couple in the house?
Yeah, that's true. Do we have any couple in the house? Couple to be. Please, any couple to be. Please, can you indicate? Just wave. Or mute your mic so that we'll know you. And then you can drop a message anyway. I think somebody dropped a message. Okay, they're already asking questions. So let me quickly finish so that you can answer the question. Yeah. So then also we have House of Belinda. House of Belinda makes slippers, fashionable slippers, shoes for females, and then they are giving up to six brides nice pair of slippers. So, but the thing is, you have to finish with this session on Zoom, and then also join us on Instagram because that's where the winners are going to be announced. So we have those are our sponsors
Oh, okay.
for this session. Those are our two sponsors for this session. So we have questions already. I think Mr. Laulu said something about e-wedding. I'm not very sure what Mr. Laulu is saying. Mr. Laulu, are you here? Are you still here, please? Because I don't know. Yes, he is. So, sir, if you can hear us, then you can ask your question now.
So what? So there's a question that says, how will the photographer take pictures with the online wedding? If photographer can take pictures with the online wedding, it's very, 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 very possible. You can get all the videos and do screenshots. You can be in the comfort of your house and part of the guest, and then your job is to click on people and capture people's face on Zoom, because everyone will be in a very proper online wedding. People will dress up. They will want to look good on their video. So you are there capturing people's faces. When people are laughing, you're just, you can do screen capture. How many of you know about screen capture? So you can capture people's faces, and then you compile everything in an album, and the printer prints them. So it's very, very possible. It's very, very possible. The cameras that you have installed in the people's house, in your couple's house, you can actually now go back and start, because it may not be necessarily be a photo now, it may be a video. But because it's recording in 4K, the photos that comes from it, the screenshot that comes from it will be high resolution. So you can just wait till that point where they are kissing, and you're still getting your moment. You're still getting your moment. There are even cameras that you can control. How many of us have ever thought of CCTV cameras as normal cameras? CCTV cameras can be used. Like you can just install it in different places, and then you are at the back of somewhere just clicking away on people's face, clicking away on your couple's face. Maybe when they are kissing, when they're having that little moment, within themselves. So it's very, very possible. It's very, very possible.
Okay, we have another question. The second question is, what will be your business shifts? Okay, what will be the business shifts for you after this pandemic? Jide, business shifts for you after
the business. I'm not even waiting for the pandemic to be over.
Okay.
I'm not waiting for the pandemic, because I need to start making money. I do well. By God's grace, I'm still making money. But I don't know about you. Since middle of March, I've not shot any wedding. People are paid, but I can't touch their money. People are paid for April, March, even up until December. I even have someone for next year, but I can't touch the money. So if I'm not making money now, this time is phasing out. That means there's no profit. There's half profit in March. There's no profit in April, because everybody is putting in April has been shifted to another day. And if you look at it in the business world, like these are downtime. It is real. It is real. These are extreme time. So I need to start thinking of different ways to make money. And that's why I'm saying that we as photographers, we as people in the event industry should ensure that we try to popularize it. So I mean, so the question is, what would be the business shift? So see, the shift is not happening after pandemic. It's already happening now. I'm already shifting my brain to the way I work. I'm already shifting my brain to the way I work, man. So I mean, if I'm trying to tell, I'm going to start calling some of my clients now. Tell them, you see, let's explore this thing. You can do it in your house. Pick a day. Want to pick a day? March, May. Yeah, that means your wedding is going to be done on that time. So that means I'm making money as I'm doing it. I will set up a very nice phone call for you, screenshots, and to get people's pictures and all of that, and to create an album. You can even make a name for yourself, because I mean it's not popular. You
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's my
Okay. So I think that
so
if
who
you
are the
have
couple?
the couple Justin Elvis said that the couple they are here. So I said they are welcome. Jide, I think
Oh,
that
welcome. Are you just joining us?
I think they've been here for a while now. They've been here for a while. Somebody else is saying that they had to shift their wedding too. Do you think that people will easily accept this? Yes, people will accept this. Jide, do you have anything to say? Emmy King said that he had to shift his wedding.
So people before now, for anything to grow, for if there's anything people are interested in what is different. So if you come up now and say that, oh, I want to do my wedding online, I want to I'm busy, that is me off. I'm busy. Go and make money. Sorry. Go and make money. That is easy. So if you say you want to, what was I saying? I'm distracted.
If you say that,
so if you come out now and say you want to do your wedding online, I mean, a lot of people will definitely accept it. A lot of people will jump on it because they want to see the experience. It's an experience people have never seen before. So they want to be a part of it to be there. There was one Zoom wedding that they did, a court wedding. I think they said there were over 100 people that turned up for the wedding. And I'm sure physically, naturally, I'm not sure they had as much as guests, on a normal day. But over 100 people were. Okay, so someone said, hello.
Yeah.
As photographers, the pandemic has caused many event dates to be shifted. And I can imagine that when the pandemic is over, we will have classic dates. How do you advise to deal with this probably situation? So, can I have the planner explore this question with us?
Sorry, Jide, can you say the question again? Because I went offline. I lost network.
Okay, so it says, hello, as photographers, the pandemic has caused many events to be shifted. And I can imagine that when the pandemic is over, we will be having clashing dates. How do you advise to deal with this situation?
Okay, so basically for me, I feel that there's the people who need to explore the options of having weddings during the week. Weekday weddings.
Yeah.
Actually, days outside of
Weekends.
Outside of weekends, yes, we need to explore that option seriously. That's going to be very necessary for us to do. So that's one way that can be handled through exploring the options of other days of the week aside from weekend. And like I also mentioned this to a church anyway, to a pastor rather. I was like that, if you don't allow people have wedding, like 10 couples at once. Imagine Catholic church that already does that.
You are breaking up.
Can you hear me?
You are breaking up.
Can you hear me now? Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, now. So I was like that. Imagine the Catholic Church. Before now, they used to have weddings up to like 10 weddings. They used to have up to 10 weddings at a go. So imagine that at that time, there was no pandemic, there was no stopping of weddings. What will happen now, that this is happening? So best option will be that couples, please pick other dates aside from Saturday. Explore Sunday, explore a Monday wedding, explore a Tuesday wedding, Wednesday, Thursday wedding, explore all those options. And then also explore weddings outside of the church. Now, what I mean by that is, can you tell your pastor to come meet with you at a venue? You understand?
Mm-hmm.
At a venue outside your church. Can they come and join you there? And those are the options that couples will have to explore. Explore. Please, I'd like to employ everyone. If you're not speaking, please kindly turn off your mic. Sorry, I'm trying to do that from my end, but some people are unmuting. Please mute your mic if you are not speaking, please. Please.
Okay, so what we've been doing at my company, someone's camera is on.
Yeah, someone's camera is on and it's affecting. Hi, Justin.
Mr. Justin.
Mr. Justin, sir.
Yeah.
Can you mute your camera? Sorry, your audio.
I've put that from my end, but it's still
Okay. So what I've been doing at JOPSTUDIOS is we've been reaching out to our clients because we had a lot of weddings in April and everything was moved. We have a lot of weddings in May and everything was moved. So people are beginning to take a lot of dates in November and December. But again, what we've been telling them is, see, I mean, I know it's inevitable. We have to be nice in the way we react to this. But again, we employ people to tell us their dates beforehand. And we also put out our own dates. Okay, we are free on this date. We are free on this date.
Okay.
Do you understand? Because we now have to work together.
Mm-hmm.
We now have to work together to make this, this a reality. So if you have shifted your date to any date, tell us on time. Mm-hmm. Let us spin it into that date so that it doesn't clash with anybody's date. Mm-hmm. And if there's already a date that has been booked in December and someone is trying to shift it, we tell them that you cannot pick that date. You have to pick a future date or an earlier date. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I mean, we just have to come up open and tell people. So there's no clashes here and there, And then it's also nice that we can explore weekdays. People now have to explore weekdays so that nothing clashes.
That's it, basically. Explore weekdays.
Yeah.
And then, like we also, like Jide, as you said, explore weekdays, location. Try and change location from the church. Let them come to your.
Someone is saying that you can outsource. Yes, you can. But outsourcing, I'm a strong believer of that. Like community, like sharing what you have. If you have 3-4 weddings in a day, you can share it with people in your community, like people, your friends that you can vouch for, your photographer friends that you can vouch for. But a lot of people also understand with me that the wedding industry is a very emotional industry. People want the kind of photographers they want to their event. But again, now is the time you can start selling yourself that, okay, it's a team you're running. So if you have 2, 3, 4 weddings, you can, your assistant or your team, people in your team can also share the needs with you and you can make money for them as well. Yeah. So it's good to work as a community.
Yeah. Okay, that will be in terms of now.
Someone said, do you think this pandemic will affect your yearly calendar? Oh yes, that's what we have been discussing. It has affected everybody's calendar. That shifted everybody's calendar in several ways, and we're all just trying to manage it. And so what someone said was, you have to have a party in the way you react to it. I don't think based on my contract, so I'm not even supposed to return money. I'm not supposed to refund anything because this is an act of God. Like this is a force majeure. So you're not supposed to return money.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't return the money, but you can work in line with your planner or the client to shift it to a day that you guys are both comfortable. Mm-hmm. You understand? Mm-hmm. Because after this time, there will be a rush in the industry. A lot of people will feel that people will not want to pay or people will not want to do their wedding. But immediately after this pandemic, a lot of people also want to do their physical wedding. So there will be a rush. There will be a limited number of people.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a team, you start building them now to know how to edit, know how to shoot, and do virtual meetings with your team members to ensure that they are safe with you. Because you would make a lot of money after this pandemic. Everybody would. Everybody would.
Okay. I think this question is to me. As a professional in events.
So someone said, eh?
So I said the other, you get
someone
that?
Said, what avenues?
Can you employ to cover out?
Can you employ to cover the gap that has been created as a professional in the event? Do you have a license to deliver souvenirs to friends and family?
No, I think that question is to me.
Yeah, it's for you. It's for you.
But what avenues can you employ to cover the gap this has created? The avenues, just to throw some light, the avenues is something like the e-wedding we're talking about, where for those people, so that you to avoid date clash and a rush, just do an e-wedding. Talk to your religious leader, your pastor, your imam. I know somebody that just did their wedding this last week. Actually, on Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. It was Nikai. It was a Muslim marriage. And they did it just the bride, the groom, and the what's the word? And the afa. So if you already have your wedding planned and then you decide saying that, oh, you didn't want to go ahead with it because of this pandemic, why don't you discuss with your photographer, my children? Why don't you discuss with your photographer or your event planner on having a virtual wedding, right? It can be held online. They can take pictures. Jide has spoken a whole lot about taking pictures virtually. He can take pictures, he can edit it, and it will look just like we were there at the wedding. Everybody was there. And then you won't spend a lot of money, actually. Sorry, can you excuse me, please? Thank you. Okay, so like I said, you can have all that. I'm sorry for the distraction. You can have all that done virtually now, so that way you would curb the issues around the entire yeah. And then now for the issue of if I have a license to deliver souvenir to friends and family, or how people get their gifts. Yeah, so I know that amongst the companies that, the sectors that were sort of like giving concession during this lockdown, one is logistics and distribution, right? So that can be done once there's a list. Work with the logistics company. They'll have the list, the souvenirs distributed with the list and the address. Distribution is still ongoing, because food is still being delivered. People are they are working a lot. So that is one way that your souvenirs can be shared. I made a mention of even food. If you still want to give your guests food, you can give them food. The vendor would cook, the food vendor would cook, and it will be cheaper than what they would have normally charged you if they came for the venue. For the wedding physically, because that one they would have had servers cost and all of that, their plates and all those things, whatnot, But with the e-wedding, right, the food can be delivered together with the souvenir, so that's not going to be a problem at all. Okay, somebody is saying that, sorry, I just came in. How do you take pictures virtually? Jide, I'm sorry, I think you have to go back again to that.
So the most popular virtual meeting application that we have now is Zoom, and it already has some features where you can screenshot. You can pick people's face and do a screenshot. Like this conversation that we're having now, I can do a screenshot of it.
Yeah.
And it's already snapped on my system. So I can even screenshot Davira's face. I can make her bigger. Sorry, I think Davira, sorry. I can make her bigger and screenshot her face. And I also said that quality is not a problem at this time. You know why? Okay, I can't send a photo here. Okay, I wanted to send the photo that I took. So quality is going to be a problem now because a lot of us are already used to mobile phone pictures. We're already used to video calls. You know the quality of video call, it's not as quality like that, but you are enjoying it. You understand? It's not crisply clear. So if you are doing a wedding, you can be there and kind of phone call and be screenshotting the emotions and the reactions people are giving you as a photographer. And then you can decide to even edit it and enhance it later on. But again, say we have 100 guests. Your job might not be to go around each of those people's faces, because people will not be can activate their face or even their name to talk in their presence and just do a screenshot of people's faces. And then in other cases where you have your camera, your ED camera already mounted in different places in the house or wherever they are doing the event, you can control it virtually if it's plugged to the internet. Just like the way TV cameras work, you can control it virtually. You can edit it virtually. You can do whatever you want to do to it, and that's the future. That is the real future. Trust me, whether we like it or not, this thing is going to happen. It is going to happen. I hope I answer your question.
I think so.
I'm trying to read that. So I think that we do differently going forward. What I'm going to do differently going forward? What I'm going to do differently going forward, first of all, is to sensitize the virtual world, because I think we have the potential to make more money from it. So I'm going to start test running. So my wife is planning an event with someone's birthday next, I think next month. And obviously we do it because, I mean, everybody works out. So he's going to propose to the person that, okay, guys, we can do this thing in the virtual. So she's going to she's going to get the person making food or the cocktail, make a different kind of that can be packed and sent via a logistics company to them, or maybe a particular gift, or maybe a particular game that everyone is going to play when they come online. So he's just going to be there. He will be there dressed up, singing, or maybe he will do like a little play for his guests, so everyone looking at him. And then there will be people around, maybe a few people, family members that are so close and direct to the person, and video or take the phone and then via Google Photos, Dropbox everything, or via Google Photos, get all the pictures with the photographer, and the photographer will make it into a book or something. So so I would keep talking about this, and I also employ everyone to keep talking about it, because the future is made by us. The future that we want is made by us, and now is the future. So
Jide, somebody is saying that you should share the image you took, screenshot. I think you can share it by sharing your screen. Can you put it on your screen, and then so you share your screen with us?
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can share my screen. Yes. Oh, can you see my screen?
No. We're still seeing your face.
Okay.
He can't share screen because it's not the host.
Oh, he's not the host. Yes. No, he's started sharing screen now. Did that says, yeah, he can.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah, it worked now. It worked.
It worked. Yeah, it should be.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me show you the picture. Can you see the picture?
Yeah.
Can you all see the picture?
Yes.
Yeah, we can see.
And it's not bad. I
pretty
did
good.
post.
It's actually looking nice.
Yeah.
I know. I just took that. So this was.
It's nice.
This
so
was
Jide,
meeting.
And I think if people start looking at this direction of taking pictures, there will be other more quality cameras to take
No,
better pictures.
so like I said, it still depends on your camera. So your system, like for instance, our own system that Silver's screen, our camera is pretty sharp, and that's the reason why when you screenshot it, it came out that crisp, that okay. Now imagine if somebody's using a whole system, for instance, or a phone that doesn't have a good megapixel.
Yeah.
You won't be able to. Whatever you screen grab is going to be low quality.
All right.
Yes.
All right.
It's going to be low quality, yeah, but people are already used to low quality pictures. You are used to it. I mean, you check what people have online now. The breaking news that you see on CNN, BBC, and sorry, I'm trying to open.
They're actually from low quality pictures.
Yeah.
Yes, they are actually from low quality pictures. So people are already adjusting the way they feel about this thing. So this is my office yesterday. We did a Zoom meeting with my staff. Oh, sorry. I'm trying to. Yeah, so this is everyone in my office. We did a Zoom here and this is the picture. So the opportunity is endless. And so there can actually be a time where people, because as I'm part of this meeting now, if say everybody's face is showing, I can actually get a screen of everybody's face. I can even tell them to take a picture. You can take a picture of yourself and see it as the screen. So I can screenshot it, and the photographer is still much relevant.
I think then another thing, Jide, I think if we give this idea to clients, it means that we are trying to let the client understand that, oh, you don't really need us to take your picture. All you need is for us to enhance your picture or arrange your picture. So they see us as, oh, because I can't arrange my picture myself, so that's why I'm paying you. They might properly drop our value. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. So it means a client is doing a virtual wedding, for instance, in the sitting room, and they have friends connected from different parts of the world on Zoom, and you switch screen to screen. You're taking that like on Sunday, AY did a AY live online on Zoom, and it was, I think he did, was it on Zoom or he did on Instagram? Because I missed it because I wasn't keeping to time. But the thing is, virtual is the real reality right now. But I'm trying to understand the impact it's going to have on our client base. What they see us do is, oh, that guy is a great photographer. He's going to give you good angles. He's going to give you this. He's going to give you that. But right now, you're making do with what you can get. Oh, he's setting the camera in the sitting room, one angle. Probably they use two cameras. Probably they use two phones and set it at two different angles so that you can have different angles to pick from. And all you do is screenshots of different emotions and arrange it. Would they not think in their mind that this guy was not here? He's just making do with what we have. So we don't really need photographers. And it
so that's why I said that we.
Okay.
Okay, you saying something? No,
I'm watching. So I'm just thinking of how the effect is going to have on costs.
Okay.
On the price.
So I mean, so whether we like it or not, they are still going to feel like that anyway, because this is still going to become very popular in the nearest future. In the next 1 year, this is going to be really, really popular. So whether we make them feel that way now or not, I mean, they are still going to feel it. They are still, they'll still be able to do it themselves. So, and the way, so my approach is coming to say that there's a need for this. Once it goes popular, right? Things will adjust itself. Photographers, videographers, it may not even be the way I'm saying it now. It will adjust itself.
Yeah, because even the sporting world is adjusting right now.
I don't think the value of any photographer will drop because it's no more a game of quality.
Yes.
It's no more a game of quality.
Okay.
The best news, the best breaking news everywhere you see in the world now is not done by a professional photojournalist. It is done
Yeah.
by people that are present at that time when it was happening, and they use their
Yeah.
mobile phone.
Mobile
In short,
phone.
I know a videographer who is already doing videos with his phone. He doesn't show you cameras again. He says there's no point. It doesn't make any sense.
Yes, I know
Because
somebody who does
our
that.
clients are no more seeing quality. And let me tell you this story. Like when in 2016, when we went to LBS, and everybody was sharing their story, and I shared my story as a photographer. Apparently, me and my wife were the only photographer that were present in that class. And the head of LBS, the director, he told us that, guys, start thinking of how you can change your business, how you can evolve into something else. Because in the nearest future, this was 2016, he said in the nearest future, photography is phasing out. And that's the truth. He told us, we were like, so he asked us a question. He said, what is our greatest competition right now? What's our greatest threat to our industry?
Phone cameras.
The greatest threat to our industry, no, the greatest threat to our industry is extinction of the profession. Because everybody has a professional camera on their phone. Come to think of it, any picture you take with a Snapchat camera is better than what your camera will take.
It has
gotten
so
so
quickly.
bad that there was a day. Yes. Sorry. Oh, I just stained my screen. Sorry, I was just cleaning. So it has gotten so bad that there was one day I was shooting my bride, and she was taking her own pictures. She was
with her phone.
Putting her hand like this. So I was shooting her wedding, but she wanted the pictures to look somehow, and she was busy just taking herself, and I was just taking away the moment. And I asked her a question. I said, and this was recent too, for the last wedding I shot. I asked her a question. I said, are you taking your picture? She said, I like these pictures this way. Like, this is the way I want the pictures to look like. And I was like, okay. But do you know my style of pictures? She was like, yes, but it can never look like this. And I agree with her.
Yeah, that's true.
So the world has really, really changed. And guess what? She does not need to edit that picture. Because the picture is already color graded.
Yes.
The smoothness of that picture is already there. And I said something. I said, in the nearest future, we are going to have cameras that have. We won't have to edit the picture afterwards. We'll have cameras that have filters already in them.
Yeah, filters have been installed already.
Cameras now. We have the I don't think Snapchat filters. You can make your eyelash black.
Yeah, it's not just that alone. Jide is not even just that alone. Interestingly, do you know that the latest Samsung phones, let's start from the S9, and above, and the Note 8. Once you have those phones, they have inbuilt picture editing softwares that
already
can even
as you are taking the picture, it's getting edited.
You just as in immediately. I was telling my neighbor yesterday that, do you know what you're carrying? You're not holding a phone. You're holding a camera phone.
You're holding a camera, and that's our biggest threat.
Seriously.
That's our biggest threat.
I switched to Pro on our phone.
Can I say something?
And okay, just a minute. I switched to Pro on our phone, and when I switched to Pro, it had all the effects. I can do depth of field. I was even amazed. Everything was on
even on iPhone. Even on iPhone.
The
F
series.
Say something. Oluwatobi say something. There was a pre-wedding I was shooting, and as we were shooting, the hairdresser that was there shot a picture on their phone, and he showed the couple, and suddenly the couple liked it, and I'm sure she will have posted that picture immediately. I had to collect the picture myself again and put it on my phone, so that I can, when I get to my own picture that I took with my professional camera, I can edit it that same way. I can edit and color grade it that same way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, let me chip in here.
You can say something.
Yeah, I'm a lover of the big guns, Nikon, just like you, Jide. But right now,
are you
I have
now?
those big guns.
Jide is a Sony person, though.
I use
Jide is
Olympus
Oh,
right
okay.
now. Okay, good. I use an Olympus.
Oh,
And
and that's a
on the
mirror.
Olympus already, yes, already there are filters that you could take your pictures right away. If you could look at the camera, can you see that?
Yeah.
There are already filters
Wow.
in view. So all you need to do is to turn up the filter that you want and take a picture, and it just comes out, boom.
Wow.
So when you were talking about in future, there'll be cameras that there's going to be filters embedded in
Yeah,
them.
like
The future is actually
Yeah.
now. Let me chip in something.
It's
Let me
here
chip in
already.
something. Even right now,
scary,
artificial
it's
intelligence
scary.
personnel are actually building models presently that mimic the style you shoot. For instance, now like Jide, the way you shoot, there are artificial intelligence models that will mimic the style you shoot. For
That's
instance, if you
even
shoot,
the scariest part.
that's the scariest part. That mimic
Jide,
your
that's
style.
the
For instance,
scariest part. They will take your idea.
just click on Jide
Oh my
pre-wedding.
God.
The way your picture looks like pre-wedding, automatically
Oh,
it will be like that. That's the
God
scariest
bless
part.
you, man. God bless
It
you,
will
man.
just go straight.
Wow.
So see, we are up. Okay, now in the fashion industry,
And this
in the
is
fashion
knowledge from
industry,
data.
yeah, in the fashion industry, they actually test running artificial intelligence model that mimics a model that will wear the clothes exactly. It's just a function of saying the clothes is breast like this, head like this, boot like this, and just enter the figures. A model will come automatically and wear the clothes and style for anything. It's actually at that one they are test running it right now. It's already up and running, but it's not out there yet. So a lot is actually coming for us, the photographers.
Wow.
Honestly, a lot is coming.
Jide,
We just have to up the game.
You know when I got scared.
Mm-hmm.
You see, about 5 years ago, when I spoke with a friend of mine. So I met him at a wedding in at Kufwa Bayomi. He's a white, he's not Nigerian. So when I met him and I was like, "Do you care for some pictures?" He was like, "No, Mike, I don't take pictures at weddings anymore. I only take pictures I need with my phone." That was like 5 years ago. You understand what I'm trying to say? He said, "I only take pictures I need with my phone, and my phone is fine for me." I was like,
5 years ago.
that was 5 years ago, and I was in my mind. I told him, I said, "Hey, this is the biggest threat we have right now. When the phone industry is investing so much on phone camera. When you see a
So
Camon,
much.
for instance, let's even talk about. Let's even go to Samsung and iPhone. Techno Camon 12. The Techno Camon 12 is designed as a camera phone.
That's exactly the phone I use.
Oh my God. The Techno Camon 12.
They have an AI plugin inside the camera.
That phone.
And you want to take picture, you just go AI. Oh, Jesus.
Oh my God. That phone can shoot micro pictures. I mean, you can take an instant
What the camera you use now, honestly, professional camera or whatever camera you want to use, it's not about the camera, it's about the product.
Yeah.
No.
You can actually now do a photo shoot with your iPhone, plug to Snapchat, because the filters are amazing. The filters are really good.
Yeah.
You know, and the truth is, whether we like it or not, we are already used to the kind of pictures we take with our phone.
Yeah, we need to reinvent. We need to reinvent ourselves.
So
but
we
honestly,
to keep
on
our
a serious note, even me as a photographer, these days I'm actually preferring pictures from phone than the cameras. Honestly.
Can I say something, guys?
The camera, honestly, the camera is so limited. Our DSLR or mirrorless camera is so limited that whatever you take with it, you may still have to edit it to look good.
Yes. But from the phone, you can just get the final product that you love, everything neat. And you're like, are you serious? This is cute.
And you know, those cameras shoot in high definition. Some of them shoot in high definition. It means you can actually enlarge. You can enlarge
There
them.
are mobile cameras that are 40 megapixels now.
Yeah, you can enlarge them and still not lose pixel.
Even more. But I think what sets us apart as photographers is still our ability to make the gadgets are there, right? But it's not the gadget that actually does this job, which is what they are paying for. They are paying for the professionalism that comes with you being a professional photographer. So I think what we have to do is we have to reinvent our art. Now we understand
Yeah.
that there's competition from these gadgets. Gadgets are more or less making people feel powerful. They feel like they have the power to actually take beautiful pictures like photographers in their hands. So we have to be able to say, even though you have this 300k phone,
Phone.
you have this
Yeah.
700k, you can never take away the importance of a photographer. Now, you might feel like, okay, this phone can take this kind of picture, but a photographer sees things that you do not see, which is what you are paying for. The photographer is going to make your photo album look more beautiful. You cannot do that by yourself. So I think what we should now be looking at is, bar the fact that these gadgets are coming and there's nothing we can do about it because we can't stop technology. We can't stop technology from advancing. We have to continue to reinvent ourselves, to learn and unlearn, to continue to look at people that are doing it and how they are doing it so that we can keep up with the pace. That's what I think.
And the truth is, if you sit down in one day, you will be amazed with the amount of information you will get.
Yes.
Not
Very
talk of sitting in yourself for 1 month. We all have the time now to sit with ourselves and say, okay, let me crack my head and say, what is the next thing? How can I make this thing work? How can I make it in short, me recently I started thinking, my whole team of editors and all of that, I mean, they have to, I told them, you have to be skilled in doing that thing for you to retain your job. Because it's much more than just being there editing my photos. Because now I want to take pictures that I won't have to edit any longer. Because it's an instant world. If it's not instant, it don't come power.
It's no longer wait and get to. I mean, it's no longer. It's more like wait and get now.
So
everything is running around.
It is actually
Sorry.
getting,
you know that
getting it instantly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, Jide. Do you know that right now we have schools online that offer phone photography courses? I don't know if anybody's aware of that now.
Yeah, I'm aware
There are
of that.
schools online
Very much aware.
that offer phone photography classes. Now they will teach you. Oh my God, it was blowing my mind. It's going to teach you how to use your phone to take professional pictures. It means we need to get to that point where we need to educate our clients that, see, you have this phone, it's 300k, I accept, but you can't do what I can do with this phone because you don't know the phone composition, you don't know the angling, you don't know the.
I think that is where those of us in the event industry, that is where the power of storytelling comes in.
Exactly.
We have to define how we tell story because because the time will come, they will not hire you because you can snap beautiful picture again.
So sorry,
it will be because you can tell good stories.
Sorry, can I say something, guys? So basically, what I feel now, and I'm agreeing with what Toby has said, and I think somebody is like, I didn't pick the person's name. So when I made a research about this topic before I shared the topic with Jide, I read that. So the guys who have actually been carrying out virtual photography in the US and in some other countries, in Australia as well.
Okay.
How they've been doing it is that when the clients, they have the clients, they will tell their clients how to angle, right? So the positions that they would stay in to get better light and all of that. Even though they're taking the pictures with their phones, right? But they'll teach them which part of the room they should be in, how they should open their blinds, at what point should they turn on the lights, at what frequency should the lights be, at what, right, and all of that. So that is what the clients are basically paying for. So in agreement with what some people have said here, I know very well that I don't think the photographers are going to be laid off if we share, this conversations here with the general
responsibility.
I don't think that they're going to say, oh, so I'm not going to need a photographer anymore. I don't think so. What I feel is that it is now for each individual photographer to be able to tell the story of their
rebrand,
what they are made of. Exactly. Why should you use my brand? What extra can I give?
It's not going to pay down photographers.
Yeah. So just showcase what you can do. What's your extra service? If you use me, this is how your pictures are going to come out, first of all. And then also, this is the height or the level to which I will take your event to, right? It's not enough photographers that have access to media. So do you want to include that in your package? Do you want to have access to a lot of media houses so that every event that you shoot is a blowout? You understand?
Exactly.
Every event that you shoot is known, is publicized, is everywhere. Everybody wants to listen. Everybody wants to join into the event. Everybody wants to go live with you. You know, so those are the angles that photographers would have to consider now. You know, if you want to go into virtual photography, that's what
I think. I think then another thing is, I think we need to. This is the point where we need to take our mind off just money. It's a point of understanding who you are, your brand, so that people understand and respect you as a brand. So they know that the reason why I'm taking you is not because you're charging me ₦1 million. No, the reason why I'm paying you this money is because of your expertise, your experience. Like you said now, you said the European countries now, they are taking advantage of telling the clients, oh, okay, the virtual images you want to take, this is where you need to put more light, angle it this way. That is what they are paying for, that experience that you have. Because they can't do it on their own. It's telling you the truth. Most parents, I have a friend on Facebook who is teaching parents how to take pictures with their phone. She stays in Ibadan, and she's teaching people how to use their phones to create beautiful images of their babies under this lockdown. So that I don't miss, oh, my baby was 3 months and I couldn't take the image. So what they are going to pay her for is that training, because they can't do it on their own. Tell you the truth. Every parent has a picture of their baby on the phone, but it doesn't look like what you as a professional will create. So what they are paying you for is that professionalism. Like Jide said, that professionalism sets you apart. So they know that, oh, the reason why I'm contacting Jide is because Jide has experience. It's not because I'm using my phone and Jide is not here. No, Jide has experience. Whatever he tells me is the key thing to do on this day.
Okay, so let me read out what someone said. Said, these are good insights. I personally think moments like this call for creators to explore other forms and aspects together of photography. For the first time, I have begun to look at macro photography. Macro photography. This after taking tons of pictures of my boys playing, eating, and sleeping, etc. 2 days ago, an idea came to mind, and then I assembled a team, did a little video jingle, and sent it across to my state government, and they loved it, and it's up and running. We made little cash from it. We made a small cash from it, and that gave birth to other ideas. Interestingly enough, we didn't even need a permission or pass from the authorities. More ideas are popping up. Can you imagine? Before now, and that's why I said, that's why there's a saying that says that be greedy when others are fearful, and be fearful when others are greedy. You know, and that is the situation when countries go into recession. It wouldn't matter again who the person. It will break all protocol. I was reading, and there was one company, was it Goldman Sachs or something? There was one company they bought at 40% of the value. So if the company was worth, the physical structure, was worth $100 million, they bought that company for $40 million because of recession. So this season that we are in now would actually break a lot of protocols. Like this person said now, the person is quite private. So he sent me the message privately. So we have the opportunity to even walk up to the state government and say, this is what I'm doing. Can you guys come into this? This thing is huge because people are looking for solutions. A lot of people are looking for help now.
Yeah.
And
it's a time for thinkers.
We are just clicking the first month. I can imagine what's going to happen 5 months.
The next month.
Yeah, the next month. I can imagine.
Not even 5 months. Next month. You will see the way it's going to be next month.
May God help us.
Do you know technically right now, because I've been following the trend. I made a post on Instagram 2 days ago. I said, if you are following the trend right now, many of the companies abroad are laying off workers, and it means that next month there will be a lot of jobless people. Now, do you know those that are making money right now? Interestingly, the telecommunications are making a lot of money. The app developers are making a lot of money. App developers are making a lot of money also. Because can you imagine how much TikTok is raking in right now? This money on radio, TikTok is the app that is determining the music on 100 billboards right now. Because if your music is popular on TikTok, it means your music deserves to be on the 100 billboards. So right now, I was posting it on my WhatsApp status. I said, what exactly are you doing?
No one would have imagined when TikTok will imagine that it will have that kind of effect on the industry.
Yeah. Nobody.
There are already applications that we use. There's Sony Music, there is iTunes, there are places that use all this music. But now, because of technology, it is really affecting the way things happen.
Yeah.
So everybody now, after all these artists, what they are thinking now is, what idea can I put on TikTok? Because once I've gone on TikTok,
did you see what Didi did? Daddy. Did you see what he did on Sunday? Did you see what he did on Sunday? Puff Daddy. That's P Diddy. Puff Daddy.
Oh,
he did.
No,
he did. He did the Easter celebration on Instagram. Do you know what he did? He linked up with. He was playing music from his room, so everybody could tap onto the music and dance from their own house. He made a lot of revenue on Instagram to support the health workers in the youth. Do you see the effect of? So right now, people are thinking the sporting world as of yesterday. They are already playing soccer virtually. You link up, Sony already has internet relations where you can play with somebody in another country. So they are playing virtually right now. They are playing tennis. They're going to do Wimbledon virtually when Rafa Nadal, Murray, all of them are going to participate. They're already playing F1 virtually. Do you see the impact? So it's crazy.
And the truth is, it's not costing us a thing to jump on it. These guys are not thinking. As I said, Will Smith already premiered a video. You can check online. I think the name of the video is Will Do or something. He already premiered a movie, and it's a series.
Are you kidding me?
Are you serious?
Yes.
This is mind blowing.
Honestly, the next 1 or 2 years, you just sit in your house and you get everything done and you get everything you want.
And that's what you know. He's not going to spend $100 million to go and do a movie again.
You don't.
Yeah.
When he can with his phone, talking and your phone, and then you compile all these things together.
And you shoot clips and you make it top.
There was a music video that I saw. Was it Rihanna that did that? That he shot a music video with her phone.
Oh, that one is even common right now. Do you know that some shots of Hobbs and Shaw? You know who was Fast and Furious? Hobbs and Shaw. Some shots that they took in Hobbs and Shaw was taken with the iPhone 11. And David Milch, the director, he meshed those clips with the shoots. Oh my God. They meshed, you won't even know which one is which. You can't even say, oh, this one was with the iPhone. This one was with the digital camera. You can't pick which one was which. So that goes to show you that very soon, what you're going to be interested in is, oh, I need to get my job done. Who do I call? Oh, I need to call Jide. Oh, because Jide, not because Jide is the top photographer. No, because Jide is experienced. Do you understand? It now comes down to, okay, the photographers that say, hey, our work has finished, so now, what will they do? They will get shut down.
Yeah.
But those that realize that, oh, my photography is an art. My photography is a business. So now that the business world has evolved, what am I doing to evolve also?
Okay.
Do you
So
know that there's an application called Bamboo where you can trade in stocks in the US?
Can you
I
imagine?
have an account with
So
them.
stock people now, stock guys. I mean, it's going a lot of people are going to, they're not going to have jobs again because what they are doing, an application is already doing it.
Yeah, sure.
But
Some people will
it
just sit
doesn't
in
mean
their
that
house.
they will be laid off. It doesn't mean that they'll be laid off. It just means that for them to continue to be in that space of what they do, they have to reinvent something new and also be a part of it and still be a part of it. You know.
Exactly. So that's where their own experience comes into also. So people say, "Oh, I want to trade stocks. I have to reach out to my stock manager." So like advise me.
Like your stockbroker
all the
and the
information
rest.
is
No,
already
all
online.
that are cut out.
Oh my God.
So the silver event, we have spent 2 hours.
Yeah, we have spent 2 hours, and I have to go on Instagram now to join my April couple. They are going to be interviewed on Bella. I promise to be there with them.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but we can still take some more questions. I know somebody just joined Femi. It's been an interesting conversation, basically. And
I really enjoyed this.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
For me, I would
I really enjoyed it as well.
Jide, how are the twins?
Jide, thank you very
much. How is your wife doing?
This Ogugbemi, thanks you too, man.
All right. Okay.
For me, I would like, as an event planner, I don't know how many event planners are here, but I feel that there are more photographers than event planners here. But for me, as an event planner, I'll be
all thanks to Indigo. That's Anthony. Anthony posted it on our group, so everybody is here.
Okay, that's great. That's great. You know, the thing is that event planners.
Thank you, Mr. Isaac.
The thing is that I don't think a lot of event planners want to be open to the virtual thing.
To changes?
Yeah, to
to actually affect them. Yeah.
Changes.
They're going to learn the hard way.
Because they feel that they won't be making a lot of money. You know, that concern is limited. Yeah.
Whether they like it or not, it has crept into our houses, into our doorstep.
It's here already.
The more we embrace it, the more we are able to make out of it.
The easier it will be, actually. Because if you can think of ways, if you are innovative with your clients, you can tell them, this is what you can do. In fact, they will even believe you more, and most times they would even pay you more because you've been able to help them out critically. So that's what everybody should consider. And I'm open to photographers to organize virtual weddings, virtual conferences, Well,
the way the world is going right now.
Yeah, the way the world is going now. Because
by the time they introduce this other network they're trying to introduce now, the 5G network, it means that all the buffering that is happening right now, you see that the way we're having this video and it's buffering, it's slow. It means that, do you know that they said the 5G can download a video in 3.5 seconds?
Yeah.
A movie in 3.5 seconds. It means that
a movie of about fast. 1 gig.
Yes, in 3.5 seconds. It means we can have this meeting and there will be no buffering.
Yeah.
You can shoot events in real time. No lag.
Yeah, you can shoot a wedding from wherever you are, and you just
in real time.
You need is just in real time. You shoot it, and you don't need to be present. Oh my God!
The future is really scary.
But Mr. Jide, saying the future is scary is like it's gonna make a lot of people scared. But I think we should say that the future is pregnant with opportunity. Because you just have to tap into it.
Not like saying something is really bad. This is bad.
No, I mean Jide, and I'm sure Jide means it's scary for good. Like you need this is
because it's pregnant with a lot of opportunities. There are so many things that can be done, that can be achieved.
Able to fit in.
Exactly.
Huge.
Yeah, it's huge. The future is huge.
Yeah. You just have to tap into it.
Yeah. Thank you so much for this meeting.
Thank you.
I really enjoyed it.
You
Yeah.
can end now.
Meeting,
Yeah,
guys.
well, we're going to end
Yeah.
soon, but before we end, please, I would like to mention again our sponsors. Sponsors, the Mobile Spa Lagos and House of Belinda. House of Belinda makes comfortable pair of slippers for females actually, and then the Mobile Spa Lagos provides spa services for men and women and whatever location that you'd want. So those are our sponsors. And again, I'd like to, if you just joined in and you were to get married and was affected by COVID-19, please drop your name so that we can take note of you for the giveaway. The giveaway will hold actually on Instagram at 8 p.m. You can join us there and then see if you would win something. We'll have another session on Instagram with Jide at 8, guys. So we're expecting you
Okay.
to join.
On which
Yeah.
page? Your page?
So
Yeah.
we are going live.
We are going live, both of us. So you can follow this 1303, the silver events, and also
Okay.
JOPSTUDIOS. Yeah, so we're going
All
live.
right. I'm following Jide already.
Okay, fine. So you'll see us there. And then guys, so like I said, right, I feel that we should spread out this message to our clients, spread out this message to people, let them hold their wedding so that we can even start making money. Because imagine if we're at home till December, there's no money.
God forbid, I beg.
I wouldn't want to think about that.
But that's the truth now.
The reality.
If there's no vaccine, if there's no vaccine, guys, let's
bad
think about it. No, let's think about it. If there's
What
no
if they don't get a vaccine?
that's the
Do you
truth.
think they will allow everybody to go out? They will not allow us to
They
go
won't
out.
allow.
No.
Thank you. They won't allow us go out, guys. So
This is the
that's why
reality.
you won't. That's the reality. So we need to think of ways to start making money now. People get married now. If events can still hold, if conferences can still hold virtually on Zoom, right? We've been having lots of Zoom meetings. I've been hosting some meetings online in terms of real estate and all of that. Can we have all those meetings? Can we still continue with their conferences online? And then photographers still come to play. We still take nice pictures. We still do a video of the entire program. We edit the video. Exactly. And then you give us good quality pictures and video. You know, that way everybody still makes money. Money is still going into second. Although the amount we make, the charges now would be cheaper, right? Or less expensive in terms of, because the photographer is not coming physically, you know, but we can spread this message to these clients, and instead of holding on with activities, there's no everything is just on standstill. I don't think everything should be on standstill in the events world. We should make use of this technology. You know, we should make use of it to make life better for us this period. That's what I think. So let's spread the message.
I agree with you.
Let's spread the message to our clients, to people that we know around us. And Jide, we have to make sure that this conversation here goes viral. So that other people can hear us and see the possibility.
I have to post it on my IGTV.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I can't turn my own camera on right now.
I'll put it up on YouTube. Have a YouTube channel, so it's going to be everywhere anyway. I'll speak to some media houses. Can we put it on all the social media platforms? I'll speak to some people from my end as well, so that a lot of people know that it's very possible, you know, to handle it. It's very possible to have a virtual event, please. So, all right. Thank you, everyone who came in.
Thank you so much.
My name is
Thank
Mel.
you so much. Thank you, Jide.
Thank you.
Thank you
guys.
so
Thank you
much.
so much.
Thank you, Siva. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you
Jide.
for all the ideas you shared. You're welcome. So see you guys later today.
All right.
8 p.m. please on IG.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. We'll catch you there.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Guys.
Yeah.
Okay, Jide, thanks a whole
how do I use it?
Thank you for your time, Jide. Okay.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So I'll end the meeting now. See everybody at 8 p.m. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you.